Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct pleasure to present the Michigan State University Distinguished Alumni Award to Dr. Patricia LoRusso.
That was the first time I saw that. I call people like Mary Skelton my heroes. And I'm just going to say a few words. This is such an honor for me. I thank you all for being here tonight. I went into oncology. I mean, since I was about 17 years old, I was destined to become a medical oncologist. My stepbrother and both my parents had died by then. And my high school counselor told me that women don't become physicians, they become nurses. Well, my high school counselor ended up being one of my patients before he died. Unfortunately, with metastatic prostate cancer. But, when I was applying for medical school back in those days, I didn't have the family guidance that some people had, and we didn't have a lot of resources. And I was very fortunate to go to a small Christian college in Detroit, Mary Grove College. It was a free ride for me, so it was my access to an undergraduate education. And then subsequent to that, I applied to many medical schools because I was going to be that medical oncologist. I was going to find the cure. And back then we didn't have nearly the medical schools we have now, and I was very fortunate to get into Michigan State University. How I look at it is Michigan State University, especially the College of Osteopathic Medicine, took a chance. They took a chance on me, and I was very, very fortunate. And I hope they recognize today, and I know they do because of this award, what they did and how they actually won. So one of the things I was taught here is team effort, and they taught me a lot about team effort, and that translated into a team of about 85 people that worked with me until recently in Detroit at the Carmanos Cancer Institute. And together those 85 people and I were very successful in bringing 17 drugs to the FDA that are now FDA approved for the treatment of cancer and or supportive care for cancer patients. And together we were awarded grants and we developed concepts that I would have never dreamed of. And I'm very proud that I learned team effort. But the most important part of my team was the one that you saw, people like Mrs. Skeldon. And they're the greatest reasons that I think I'm receiving this award today. And I taught my team that those patients are our heroes, my patients. But what Michigan State taught me about patients and about patient care is the holistic approach to treat patients. And treating them first and foremost, not as patients, but as human beings. Understanding what Mary Skelton has to do when her dog has to be put up so that she can spend a few days with us, and understanding what it's like for a parent to lose a 23-year-old, like some of my patients, some of my young patients and their parents. And I think Michigan State gave me the roots that I needed to do what I do today. But finally, I think I owe a lot to my family. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here tonight. My husband's actually a rocket scientist. He works for the Department of Defense and had an emergency semi-mission in California that he got called to. But I also have 3 amazing adopted children who have not only stood beside me, but have also intermittently worked beside me. I've had all my kids working with me downtown at one point or another. And my son, who was a recent MSU grad in the jazz program, it took him about 6 years, but he got his degree. It was mailed to our house. Yes. And I do support the jazz program. It's a wonderful program, especially for putting up with my son for 6 years. And my daughter, my one wonderful daughter, is also a recent hero. She's made me live the reality of cancer firsthand as both a patient as well as a parent of a patient with cancer. And I've been blessed in receiving international recognitions. And as I frequent these travels, I often have to explain to many what DO stands for and what being an osteopathic physician really means, both to the world as well as to myself. And often I have to change those 2 meaningful letters from MD to DO, because I'm proud to represent the osteopathic community. And again, I must thank Michigan State and the Osteopathic School for believing in me and giving me this opportunity. I would say that I'm fortunate that I am at the peak of my academic career, and that I have many more gifts that I think that I can develop, but hopefully more so, gifts that I can give to others as well. And when it finally comes to the end, and I retire or cease to breathe or whatever happens, I hope that Michigan State will still be proud that they took a chance on me and gave me the opportunity to not only think big, but to make big things happen. And yes, I'm still going to dream that one day I may be part of a little part in making a difference in the cure of this disease. So for all those that believed in me back then when they gave me the chance, and those that believe in me now for giving me this award, I thank you all.